When you think about, for your note takers, of course, you can jot down, 1 Timothy 2:4, you can jot down 2 Timothy 3:9, in those passages where he says, God desires all men to be saved. He's not willing that any should perish, but all should come to repentance. So we recognize those verses of God. And this is Paul. He has the same heart. He doesn't want Israel to perish. He doesn't want even one of his brethren to perish. And I think what's interesting is this. He talks about this, his heart's desire. You understand? It's not just, I'd like him to get on the page. It's not like that. And what happens is this. When we see that Paul talks about the salvation of his people, he talks about it as an urgency. Not just, hey, to be a nice thing to have, but there's a desperation in Paul. And I think it's so wonderful to hear that, because he talks about salvation as what? It's not a nice thing, it's crucial. You understand that when we're talking to someone and they're not saved, it is life and death. It's heaven and hell. And Paul here is saying, you got to understand, there's a desperate necessity for Israel to be saved. And I love his heart. Because how often can we go along and we have people that we work with and we know they're not saved. And it's like, yeah, I'd sit down and share with you, but I don't consider the state you're in to be desperate. It's a sad thing. Do you understand? Anyone who's not saved, there is a desperate, urgent need that they would hear this message of Jesus Christ. And I love what Paul said. It's my heart's desire and my prayer. At the very core of who I am, and I recognize, and I think it's so amazing that what we see here is that Israel, he misses the salvation. And because it says this, my heart's desire and my prayer to God for Israel is that they may be saved. That they would understand. They would hear, that they would know, they would respond to God's revealed plan for salvation. And so I just think it's important that, and I love it how Paul, as he's opening this chapter of choices, reveals his choice first. Man, I have this desperation for people to know about Jesus Christ. And it's amazing how often we can just go along and not really be concerned. Not really be concerned that you have a neighbor, you have family members, and they don't know.